Hey guys, this is Rob from ChainsawGuitarTuition.net. Today's video is going to be about actually what to practice in your practice routine, the actual sort of the bulk of it. My previous video was on setting goals and knowing, so you've got like a destination, and if you haven't seen that video I suggest you go back and see that video. I'll put a link to it actually down there. So if you set yourself some goals and looked at what you need to improve, you should have your destination where you want to finally end up. So this is about how to get there, okay, and the next video will be about actually organising that into a routine, but we're just going to talk about how you're going to get there, the steps you're going to take and how to work out what steps to take. Okay, so really you've got 4 areas you want to work on if you want to become a well-rounded musician, even if you just want to specialise, but these 4 things will help you. Okay, you've got the technique, that's your legato, hammer-ons, alternate picking, sweep picking, tapping, all that kind of stuff. The actual physical way you're applying things to the guitar. Then you've got your music theory, which is basically why you're doing what you're doing. So all your scales, all your chords knowledge, stuff like reading music, reading tab, all that kind of stuff. Soloing comes under that sort of banner. And then you've got your ear training, so all your listening skills, transcribing, playing things by ear, working out different chords, and again soloing kind of comes under that because you're listening to what the backing track's doing and playing by ear. That's kind of ear training, so that comes under that. And then lastly you've got the repertoire, which is kind of the posh word for songs that you know. So working on any kind of songs, especially if they're pushing your technique, but don't have to be. It's just good to be constantly working on new songs, right? Actual songs that other people have written. So now you've got your goals written down, what you need to do is divide them up into 4 different categories to make sure you've covered each one of these 4 different things. The technique, the listening, the repertoire, and the theory. Okay, technique, listening, repertoire, and theory. There's probably an acronym somewhere for that, but feel free to make up your own. Some common mistakes people make, the reason I want to divide that up into 4 things. Common mistakes people make involve just focusing on technique, and this comes up a lot. Alright, people will spend like 15 minutes playing alternate picking exercises, 15 minutes playing hammer-ons, 15 minutes playing, I don't know, sweep picking, 15 minutes doing tapping, and before you know it you've wasted an hour. Well, you've not really wasted an hour, you've practiced for an hour and all you've done is one of those areas. All you've done is technique, and this kind of leads to people becoming sort of really good at technique but then not knowing what to do with it, because you've not done anything about your scales, you've not worked on playing by ear, and you don't know any songs because all you've done is technique. Okay, so you need these kind of balanced things. You have to remember that technique in itself is only a means to an end. It's not actually the end goal of practicing. You should be getting better at technique as you're practicing anyway, but it's by no means the end goal. The end goal is to be able to play the music that you want to play, whatever that may be. Okay, so this is where repertoire comes into it, because you should go out and find some songs that you like and then learn those. I mean, you can go for a song just because of the technique, but I wouldn't recommend doing it that way around, because again, you're working on technique then. What you need to do is just find a song that you like, and learn the song that you like. You may even want to transcribe the song you like if you want to hit in ear training with that as well. But this way is much better than it's just much better for like just enjoyment, really, just to keep you practicing, to keep it going. Like, I learn songs all the time that are really easy, well, because I like the songs. You don't have to learn the hardest song you can find all the time, okay? And if there's a song that you like and it's really difficult, obviously work towards it. And I'm not saying don't try songs that are difficult, but don't look at that as the reason why to try songs. You should learn songs because you like the sound of those songs, okay? Simple as that. This is where people go wrong, and they end up losing motivation, or they end up not being able to find songs that that will push them. And every song does not have to push you. There's nothing wrong with going for those techniques, as I said, but you don't have to. Every song doesn't have to push it. You could be learning Jingle Bells if you really, really like the sound of Jingle Bells, for example. In conclusion, you should have these 4 areas down, and you should be studying a little bit in each area. Come up with a plan for each different area, and then these all come together and reinforce each other and help each other out. So as I said, if you just focus on technique, you'll end up just being able to do really good techniques. You wouldn't even be able to read music, I suppose, but you wouldn't know what to do with those techniques, basically. If you were just by ear, working on your ear training, you'd be really good at listening to things, but how do you get that into the guitar? You need technique. So you need technique to be able to actually express your ideas in the guitar. Your ear training, your oral skills, will be sort of actually getting those ideas in the first place. And then you've got your theory of how to apply these ideas and why each one works. And then you've got your repertoire. This is basically looking at other people that have done the same thing. And so those are the 4 different areas. So you've got theory, technique, listening, repertoire. Okay. And if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe. Next video, as I said, is going to be about how to structure that into a routine. But for now, you should have your basically what you're working on in each one of those areas written out. If you like these videos, share them and click the like button. And until then, I'll see you next time.